And happy Valentine's Day. Oh, you took that out of my mouth.
Yeah, I mean,
Really?
it's a day of love, or should I say, it's the most celebrated day in recent times, and we're here to celebrate love. So,
Okay. My love.
my love to you too. All right, good morning and welcome to Kakaaki Sports. Indeed, it's a beautiful Friday morning, a lovely Friday morning, and we are here this morning on Kakaaki Sports to give you some of that love, beginning with activities that went down during the week, into the activities lined up for the weekend. And I'm not here alone, as always. I have the lovely Francis. It's a season of love, so the word love will be coming up a lot. Lovely Francis Mujindu with me here in the studio, and together we'll be giving you so much love with our discussion. Francis, good morning and welcome to
Good morning,
Kakaaki.
Sembe, and happy love day to everybody in the
That's the
studio.
word. Happy Love Day. Happy Love Day. So, Francis, let's get right into it. I mean, a lot happened during the week rather, and a lot is going to happen during the weekend. But let's start with the one that made one of the headlines this week, precise on Tuesday, where Imane Khalif, a boxer from Algeria, suing the IBA over gender eligibility. Francis, who should be blamed? Who should be blamed at this point?
So let me swap it. The IBA is suing the IOC,
IOC.
and adding, Imani Khalif as a joint party. And the reason for
But she's
their
going to take legal action on both of them for the sue,
against them, and it was because of the nature of what the IBA described her as. The IBA described her as safety risk to the sport of boxing,
for women.
which is quite derogatory for an Olympic gold medalist who has trained, with blood, sweat, perseverance to get to the top of her career. And lest I forget, it seems like it's a bit of an agenda because, the IBA is no longer recognized by the IOC because of, poor regulatory measures and financial issues. So the IOC too is talking tough and they are standing firm. And Imani Khalif has also said that she's not going to back down without a fight. She has built her career. She has suffered online abuse during the spate of the Olympic Games, post-Olympic Games, and she's not going to be harassed by the IBA, which she's no longer, because, as opposed to football and basketball, where, there's only one regulatory body, but FIFA, boxing doesn't work that way. But the IBA doesn't have that much recognition as it used to be, as it used to have, because the IOC doesn't recognize them any longer, and a lot of boxers too who used to fight under the umbrella of IBA have also moved on, part of which is Imani Khalif. So she's taking the allegations with a pinch of salt, and I hope that she puts good her claim against the IBA as to why she was termed a safety risk. Because, like I said, that's very derogatory to an Olympic medalist.
Oh, right, indeed. That's very, not great coming from the Algerian right there. But hopefully in the coming days we'll get, or should I say, news regarding the legal actions she's taking against the IBA and the IOC, and perhaps the sue or the details of the sue against her by the IBA and the IOC. But now let's move away from that now to the drama in the English Premier League. It also happened during the week. I mean, we saw a lot of, should I say, uncalled for actions and then uncalled for reactions. What are your thoughts on this whole Liverpool versus Everton saga? 4 red cards at the end of a game. Yeah. What could have gone worse? What could have happened?
The league is heating up. Sembe, I will tell you something. There's something in the Nigerian parlance now, or what parlance they say, weekend that's going to be sweet, it's from Wednesday, you get to
start getting the vibe, yeah.
And it was from Wednesday we got to know that the weekend is going to be sweet.
Tough.
So I would tell you, emotions or reactions are very important in football. And this game typically classified the early era of the Premier League, where the games were very physical. The fans were also, echoing their emotions.
Yes.
Yeah. So I will tell you why this game is particularly significant. Everton have undergone a significant shake-up in their team with new ownership. As a matter of fact, this is the last Merseyside derby that is ever going to be played at Goodson, or that was played, because Everton is going to be moving to a new stadium at the start of next season. So yes, what do you expect from Merseyside derby? All the intensity. But now, this is where the problem lay. Curtis Jones lost his emotions. Emotions are part of football.
Really? That's why I said uncalled for reactions.
What Dokure did wasn't wrong. I mean, the last week we saw Louis Miles Kelly, you know, do the Haaland
Same
celebration.
thing for, in front of Man City fans.
So when something like that happens, you have to keep your cool. And I will tell you what Curtis Jones' action has cost. He has put Liverpool in a precarious situation because their next 3 games are very difficult games. They're going to Villa Park. They're going to Wolves are coming home against them, and after Villa Park, they have Manchester City. So it's a stretch of games, and you know, dropping points in your last Merseyside derby at Goodson, Arsenal hot on your heels despite facing injury. You don't want your best players.
Yeah.
Now to the most important point you were raising was the red card deservingly. Yes, the referee remains the final umpire on the field. And until you are away from the field is his playing arena. He reserves the right, and decent, because, you know, you could see the way Anslot grabbed his hand, you know, very strongly and spoke very strongly at the ref. And dissent is is always a big issue in football. I would have been disappointed if Michael Oliver didn't issue those red cards, because in recent weeks, Michael Oliver has been in the news for controversial reasons, which is for, you know, his seemingly one-off decisions to favor one team. So I think it's time that Liverpool also taste a bit of, you know, the bad medicine that has been shared around all over the Premier League by Michael Oliver.
All right, still starting with the Premier League. Now let's move to fixtures that are lined up for the weekend, beginning with the one that is lined up for today. That's Valentine's Day, and we'll be seeing Chelsea, Brighton up against Chelsea. Who will be getting, should I say, the love butterfly, or who will be getting the tears? We don't know. Brighton versus Chelsea. Well, head on head, Brighton has lost in the last 5 meetings. It is Chelsea 4 and Brighton 1 win.
One in cup win.
Yes.
A cup win.
A cup win in the last 5 meetings, all competitions in England. Your thoughts on this fixture today? Do you think the Chelsea fans will be going home happy and celebrating Valentine with chairs?
So it's difficult. Brighton at home at Amex, they're a tricky team. Mitoma is refining form. So Chelsea may lose the game, and I'll tell you why. Chelsea are beset by injuries. They have no 9. The last game in which they tried to play 2 strikers in, you know, Cole Palmer at first 9 and Nkuku, it was a disaster class. Those players couldn't really produce shots on target. So I will tell you that it's most likely. And also, don't forget, in the last 2 encounters they've had so out of their last 3 Premier League games, in 2 of them, Chelsea have gotten red cards. So that's something to look out for today.
Is
somebody going to lose? So, like, you know, love is red.
Somebody might get a red card. I like that. But now let's look at other fixtures as well, lined up for the weekend. Talking about the one between Arsenal and your Arsenal and Leicester City. And also the one between, should I say, Man City.
Newcastle.
Yes.
Fulham, Nottingham.
Yes. So let's start with that. The Arsenal, your Arsenal, and Leicester City.
Arsenal struggling injuries, but one thing I know, we may activate there are different ways to win a game without.
We may activate. You're going to be playing the match,
we may
right?
activate, you know, as a passionate fan. But I'll tell you, there are many ways to win without scoring open play. We don't have. We're short on attackers, but let's not forget, Arsenal is a team where everybody can score. So set pieces, aggression, anyhow can. But Leicester is a tricky team, but Arsenal to take the win.
All right. So for Man City and Newcastle, who would it be for you?
Newcastle, for me, they are going to exploit Man City's very weak defense at the moment. I mean, we saw the goal that Man City gave away against Madrid. Very cheap goal. If Newcastle's front 3 stay on the heels of Man City, it's going to be errors also. For me, it's a Newcastle game. All
right, fingers crossed there for the Blues tonight as they take on, or as they face Brighton this evening for the Valentine match. We'll see who goes home with the red cards, according to Francis, and who goes home with the laughter. But now let's move away from the English Premier League quickly and come back home to the Nigeria Premier League. Yes, matches are also lined up in the Nigeria Premier League this weekend. Francis, the one that caught my eye definitely is the one between Rangers and Remo Stars. Yes, indeed, Rangers. 1 versus 4 on the standing, and then off score Enyimba and Rivers United. Quickly, your thoughts on this fixtures, precisely that the coaches are those that we're looking at.
So I'll tell you what is going. This game is going to be a festive fixture. Let's not forget that the last encounter, Fidelis Ilechukwu's, because the game was very rough and everything. Yeah, he said I don't think Ijabo played fair. So I guess this time around, Fidelis Ilechukwu may also want to take the unfair approach to winning games, as they would say in English, the dark arts. So it's going to be a difficult game. Rangers has a very strong team. Remo Stars as well do not want to drop points, because don't forget, Shooting Stars have a game in hand, and they're just trailing by 8 points. A loss today with Shooting Stars winning with a game in hand reduces that deficit to 5 points. And I think Remo Stars want to be devoid of near success syndrome. Eimba Rivers United.
A switch. Yes.
So yes,
switch.
but I will tell you, Eimba lost to Bendel Insurance midweek.
Oh yeah, midweek.
They're in poor form. Rivers United, on the other hand, are a team who know how to go away and win. A team who know how to
points,
defend
yes.
and preserve their leads, and they are good at taking the clean sheet. So Fini the judge on this one. I'm standing on his mandate this
All right,
weekend.
so Fini the
to snub
judge
the life
and
out of
Ile
Eimba.
Chukwu for Francis for one of the biggest matches in the MPFL this weekend. But now also, she's talking about Nigerian football. The under-20 AFCON is around the corner. Morocco 2025 and the groups are out now. We now know where Nigeria stands, and it is tagged as the group of death. Francis, the under-20 AFCON. Nigeria is in Group B. Nigeria is in Group B in the under-20. Your thoughts on this particular, tournament?
We're 7-time champions, but then we're up against, an Egypt team, an Egypt under-20 side that are 4-time champions. Nigeria did well, claim the WAFU championship. So I'm not scared. It's a difficult group, but I will tell you that, when you look at the 3 countries that we're facing, these are countries who have very strong local football.
Yes,
and
the
a very
solid.
cohesive training system. And we're also going to be in Morocco. I wanted to say, I'm still going to say that it seems like at this point in time, Morocco are the only country in the continent that is hosting all the competitions. So shout out to they are doing whatever they are doing that is right. Shout out to them. But I will tell you something about the Moroccans. The stadiums are always full. Whether it's women's soccer, it's men's soccer, it's children's football.
League football.
They love their people. So is that going to play a factor in whatever it is? Yes. South Africa, strong local football as well. Egypt, so it's going to be difficult. But then, I trust us because we always find a way to get that. But if we're looking at it based off record, the last time we won was in 2015. Last time we took
but
the
then
trophy.
7-time highest record winners of the
highest
tournament.
Highest record
7-time
without
champions.
winning in 10+ years amounts to nothing.
that makes sense. That one entered.
So I would say to the Nigerian contingent, guard your loins and fight till the last, because it's not going to be an easy group, and anybody could come out top because everybody in this group is a contender to win the championship.
All right, so looking at Senegal, the defending champion, they are in Group C right there with Zambia, Kenya, and Sierra Leone. Senegal, during in 2023, they won both the under-20, under-17, and the major tournament. So do you see Senegal taking this one again?
No, I don't think so. I think competition is going to be much stiffer because let's not forget. I'm sorry. The hosting is in Ivory Coast. The
Cote
AFCON,
d'Ivoire, yes.
Yeah,
Cote
Cote
d'Ivoire.
d'Ivoire. So I will tell
Thank
you
you for
that
that.
I don't see Senegal because Ghana has also won 4 times. Ghana is pretty strong in the under-20 as well. Ivory Coast too is pretty strong. So I think Senegal are going to get the run for their money because we have even Zambia is a really, so we have 4-2-2. So it's short countries whose eyes are on the prize. But one will live with it. So I don't think it's going to be easy for Senegal.
So I think it's going to be Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana from Group A for you, Nigeria, Egypt, or Nigeria, Morocco. Which one
Nigeria, Egypt, Morocco.
Okay.
It's going to be. Let me not even write off South Africa because Nigeria is like a team that you put all your money on. It's like the stock market. Nigeria is like the stock market. You bank your money on Nigeria, and in 24 hours it can tumble. So as a Nigerian, I'm supporting Nigeria, but I would be conservative in my support for them, knowing that they can flip the switch anytime.
Oh, right, indeed. So that group is indeed a group of death. Like Francis couldn't even pick who would come out of that group. 2 qualifiers from each group and to make up the knockout stage. But for him, it is going to be a tough one for Group D. For Group A, it is Cote d'Ivoire and Ghana. And Group C, Senegal, of course. Maybe Zambia or also Kenya. One of them.
No, not Kenya.
Okay, Senegal and Zambia it is. All right, those are the stands. Those are the group rather for the under-20 AFCON coming up sometime this year in Cote d'Ivoire. Yes, in Cote d'Ivoire. Morocco has been hosting a lot of tournaments, and it's normal to mix.
West Africa.
It's normal to mix up the hosting right, but now this particular tournament will be taking place in Cote d'Ivoire from April, and we'll be hoping Nigeria will get there to win their 8th under-20 title. But that's our package on sports.